Alright, what's up guys? I am Glacier, and if you don't know, I really like Rocket League. And one of my favorite pastimes is watching RDC go about playing Rocket League. It's very fun to watch a big creator group like RDC whose genre isn't really Rocket League, but they still tackle it because it's a very fun game. Anyway, as I watched, I noticed, man, there's some things I would have done differently. I figured, well, nobody else is really going in depth into analyzing their plays and showing how RDC can improve. I'm going to do as great of a job as I possibly can to point out some things that I like, some things I don't like, and then show afterwards what I would do in that scenario. I'm going to give out some tips and, hopefully it's an enjoyable video for RDC and maybe anybody else who also wants to get into Rocket League. Anyway, let's not waste any time. Dylan is one of the higher memed people in RDC. Oftentimes you'll see chatters use ball cam, like this one guy up here in the corner, already spamming use ball cam. They haven't even started the game. Some of these people are so toxic. And they don't even know what the heck they're talking about. I'm here to correct that. As a guy who's actually been top 10% in 3v3 ranked, which is what they primarily play, but it's private, not ranked. And it took forever for Dylan to pop up on the main POV. So finally, I get to see him in action from his point of view. Because as I've analyzed Leland, as I've analyzed Mark, as I've analyzed Ben, I've noticed Dylan makes really great plays. Plays that you don't really see till you get around high gold, low plat. The plays that are consistent, like the wall shots, the demos, the pushes, the passes. We'll get to that later in the video, but I just want to let you know, Dylan is an underdog. He is more of an underdog than chat gives him, and I'm here to show why. Anyway, let's get started with this video. I'm yapping.
Oh, they got heated up.
Are we on the show?
Decent kickoff. See, notice. All right, see, this is where I'm gonna point it out. We are going to debunk the ball cam allegations that pops up. All right, he's on ball cam here.
Are we on the show?
He only gets off it when he reads the ground indicator there. Notice how that gets bigger as it hits the ground. He tries to time it, but he fails a bit, but that's completely fine. That is completely fine. Dylan is one of the few members on this team who utilizes free cam in a tactical way, not just to see where the boost is whenever they're heading back or something and they're like, oh, I need boost, I'm just gonna use free cam to get it. Dylan uses it to line up shots. And you will see that a lot in diamond, you'll see it in plat, you may even see it in gold sometimes, but you'll see it in the higher ranks. So Dylan's doing something that doesn't come naturally, I think, to people for a while. So for all the people that spam, use ball cam, he's found a way for him to play effectively. And yeah, he used to not use ball cam at all. I will admit, he used to not use ball cam at all, and it drove me insane, but he has improved drastically with using free cam, and it is amazing to see.
Bruh. It was like, damn it.
Okay, I will say I don't like that rotation though. Let's work on going around, and I will show an example of this. Give me just a second. So the ball was going this way, right? Ben and Des were here. The ball was going this way. You got to keep the spot clear. Dylan probably didn't see the ball or didn't see them coming, and so he was rotating in. What we don't want to do is rotate in to the goal with the ball, because all that's going to happen is you do that and then you got an enemy team member just coming up from the side there and they make a goal, like boom. So in the future, Dylan, if you ever do watch this, try to rotate in with the players. As a matter of fact, for all players, rotate behind your teammates, right? So if they're right here, you want to stay like right here. Maybe if the ball's high, you want to go up on the wall and go there and defend, right? Nevertheless, that's what I would do. And hopefully that explanation was decent.
Did I use it right? I don't think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, say look.
See, okay. Okay, sorry, let me point this out real quick.
Yeah,
He goes to hit the ball off the wall, and then he falls flat on his back. Here's another thing that I would like to see RDC improve on. I notice a lot when they're in the air, they don't utilize air roll, and it's fine because I don't expect, and I don't think anybody really expects, people that are new to Rocket League to air roll. What is air roll, you may be asking? Air roll is simply when you are in the air, right? And for better purpose, let's do what Dylan did. For a better example, Dylan goes to hit the ball, he falls, and then he falls on his back. Now you can press A when you're on your back to get back up, but that takes a lot of time. What you should do is air roll, and that's basically just being able to tilt your car while you're in the air. And you have so much more control once you get used to it. I used to think you didn't need air roll. I thought it was a waste of time, but little did I know that once you start aerialing here, you're gonna need to air roll to be able to aim and stuff. And then you notice when I air roll, I'm using LB, left bumper on the Xbox controller. I'm not sure what it's called on PlayStation. Sorry guys, I don't use PlayStation. But that's rebound for me. On controller, you can use X, but it's kind of bound to just being like left or right air roll, whatever it is. And you can only move in one direction. I highly recommend that you change air roll to LB and power slide to LB or drift, and then you rebind scoreboard to RB, because being able to drift into an air roll can be very beneficial to you. So yeah, let's air roll more, guys. And for starters, practice falling on certain angles, right? And get used to it, because it's gonna be very beneficial. And then also another exercise, now that you know how to air roll, is to be able to recover. Notice how I'm jumping off the walls. Okay, that was pretty bad, but you can really recover fast doing this. And wave dashing, which is just jumping and then holding forward while you use A right as you're about to hit the ground. Makes you get extra speed. But yeah, that's a whole lot of yapping for basically saying air roll is important for recovery and other methods of just being faster and getting goals faster, getting defense faster, etc., etc. And that also goes for all of RDC. Use air roll more.
Get out.
I tried.
Good patience.
Oh, off the wall.
I got you. Ooh, Dylan, okay.
Look at that patience, man. People say Dylan sucked, but he literally waited for that play. A lot of players will rush into the ball as soon as it gets there, but he saw Ben come up. He waited for the ball, and he made a perfect shot. Why is it perfect? Well, let's demonstrate. So, in Rocket League, the way you want to get over somebody is by hitting the ball towards an angle that an enemy player cannot defend. You see somebody sitting in goal and you just make a shot high up, but you hit it towards them, they're gonna have a shot to defend that, right? You don't want that to happen. So instead you aim into a part where they're gonna have a hard time to defend. Like the corner here. That takes a lot longer than just jumping up, than just doing this. It takes a lot longer. So Dylan demonstrated great ball placement there as well by hitting it in the corner. And let's just watch this one more time.
Ooh, Dylan, okay. Yeah.
At that rank, people aren't going to get that defend, man. So well done, Dylan.
Put that hole somewhere.
Okay.
Take it. There
He
you go.
follows up. Notice how he switches from ball cam to free cam. Let's talk about why free cam is good here. If he was still on ball cam here, the camera would have pointed up and he wouldn't have really seen the green guy here get into the play there, which is what you want to be able to do. You want to be able to see where the enemy team is when you're making a play on goal like this. And also it lets you know whether you gotta go for the ball right now, time it to make a bigger play, like time it to where you can hit it off the ground into an aerial or something over this guy that's coming up, or you can do something much more basic and hit the ball to the side. Well, I would recommend hitting the ball maybe up if you can, but this guy has a good chance of defending. But nevertheless, if Dylan would have made a slightly better play on the ball, that might have been a goal.
They're moving.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Ben hit the ball.
I got it.
Okay. Dylan rotated into boost here and then onto the wall, which is really good. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yo, these definitely new niggas.
You know,
Yeah, that nigga right there, boy.
Oh, he going. Yeah, no, that's on the same
He
team.
going crazy.
Oh, wow.
I kind of misses
Oh
stuff.
shit. Ooh.
Dang. Now, to be fair, the AIs can be kind of crazy, kind of cracked with their hits. But it's not all Dylan's fault here either. He's second to last. Sometimes the second to last is the most important when defending, depending on how close the enemy player is. But in this case, Dylan was just the first of two walls of defense there. They got past the first. It was up to Desmond to make a decent play on goal. If Desmond would have waited in goal for a little bit, or maybe would have aerialed in anticipation of Slider getting that hit, it would be nice, but we make mistakes, and that's it.
I think my shit downloaded. Oh, wait, hold on, let me see.
Oh, my bad. Damn, my bad. Look. Stop that shit.
Rocket League.
All right, here, Dylan needed to switch on cam faster. That's all I'll say.
Keyboard?
Waits for Ben.
With the keyboard,
nice
to
try.
be honest.
Look.
Ben gets a solid pass towards mid, and Dylan again aims the ball away from the players. I can't tell you guys how much I love seeing Dylan set up and play with everybody else's setups as well. Dylan's really solid. He's a great tactical support player on this team. If I had to compare him to a Naruto character, he'd kind of be like Shikamaru, just not as skilled yet. He has the mindset. Now he just needs to get his skill up a little bit, bro. He's still a Genin. They're all Genin. I'd say Ben's on the cusp of becoming a Chonin. Excuse me, a Chunin. My bad. I haven't watched Naruto in forever. Hey, he's getting there. He's like Shikamaru combined with Choji because he likes to push and demo a lot. Yeah. But he's still tactical with his passes and wall shots.
Like that. I missed it.
Ooh, that was a good tactical demo.
A demo
That's
like
probably
that?
a shot.
Them niggas
Oh
tripping.
damn.
Okay,
Them
I
niggas
didn't know that bit.
we can play that game.
Okay, I'm going to point this out. Dylan's at 100 here. He gets demoed. And I'm talking about the boost. He's at 100. He goes to 0 boost, right? And at this point, you kind of want to just stay back a bit and collect pads while Ben would go forward and make a play on goal. But instead, he uses his little 12 to 24 boost and tries to get a play on the ball. Notice his position though. He is not in any spot to make a play here. Only Ben is. He needs to back off. But, you know, this is what we call tunnel vision, or in another term, ball chasing. It's a common phenomenon. It happens in Diamond. It happens in Champ sometimes. Like once you get to a higher rank, you start to see it less and less. But ball chasing is very prominent, even in Diamond rank. So I don't expect these guys to not ball chase. I just thought I'd point it out. In this situation, you're low boost. You have no business being up there with Ben. Position yourself accordingly, right?
Ugly.
Nah, they
See, if he would have had more power, he would have knocked Ben out the way. That ball would have not had so much power. And that guy probably would have got the defend. But all of RDC does it too. But since we're analyzing Dylan, that's just how it is. All right, he's on kickoff. This is 4v4, so there's going to be a lot more bumping, a lot more demos, a lot more chaos. And I'm gonna do my best to analyze. Once again, I'm a 3s player mainly. 4s are not that different. There's just a lot more happening at a faster pace. Dylan's playing back a bit.
Oh, that was hard. Okay.
Okay. He's shadow defending a little bit. needs to work on his play there a little bit. All right, let me show you guys what should have happened here. Okay, so the ball's coming towards me on the wall, right? Dylan, while focusing on the ball, does this. He does that, but the ball is following this trajectory. And since Dylan is already right here, he just needs to drift into the ball. Drift into the ball, right? I mean, that's it really. Just drift into the ball. You can see me holding down my left shoulder button. And yeah, man, you would have gotten that defend.
Wait, what the heck? What blew me up? Oh,
Now, I see that happen a lot too, where RDC members will try and hit the ball that's slightly to the side of their car, but they front flip instead of doing an angle flip. And I'm just gonna demonstrate that real quick. So you're trying to hit the ball. Just, you know, hold your joystick at like a 30 to 45 degree angle and you'll hit the ball every time when it's like that, even when you're on ball cam. You know? You're gonna hit the ball every time. So yeah, just angle your joystick a bit more. Go to that angle, or this angle, or this angle, or that angle. You should really only be front flipping and back flipping into cars if the ball is directly in front of you or directly behind you. If it's off axis, aim towards that ball on its axis, right? If it's off axis a little bit, flip into it a little bit, right? Unless you're trying to aim an aerial, then you probably just want to drive forward into it, which I guess I can demonstrate too here. Sometimes you just want to get it a little chuck up. So you can do that, or you want to do that. Now that wasn't going to go in because I hit it with the back of my car, which is also another thing about Rocket League. You can really aim where you hit the ball and stuff, depending on where it lands on your car. Ooh, I missed slightly. But yeah, you can do a lot of cool stuff, man, when you learn to hit the ball on an axis that is appropriate enough to hit it towards goal. It's simple. I would love to see them do more of that. All right, so Dylan does something great here that I want to show you guys. Ben gets a pass towards mid after making a 50 with the other teammate that with the other enemy player that he's currently bumping heads with.
Look.
Dylan's on free cam. He switches from ball cam to free cam. And the reason this is so great is because, as you can see, his car is lined up directly with the goal here. All he would have to do is wait for the ball to head towards where his car is and front flip into the ball. And he knows that's all he has to do because free cam allows him to take in more info about what's happening. And what also happens is that he notices the player on the far side here. So he's gonna make a play off that too.
Get that.
See? He hits it to the left a bit, which unfortunately the other enemy player gets a good challenge off that and flicks it towards the wall. But he did very good. He was going to counter the other player's play. I think the only person who does that is Ben. Dylan does so great. And look, you still got people spamming ball cam, lock in. I'm like, they don't notice the tactics Dylan is employing to make sure he puts pressure on the other team, even when he's not demoing. Like, that is a solid move from Dylan. Once again, this man is much more of an underdog than anybody in this chat realizes. They just don't see what I see. This is coming from a champ player, okay? Or ex-champ, excuse me. Solo 3s have not been the best this year, but I'm getting back up. But you know, at my peak, I was top 10%. I'm not too far from that. You know, I see something that the rest don't see. So believe me when I say Dylan's got the brains, man. Now he just needs to be able to execute a little, just a little better. He's already solid with aiming the ball. He's already solid somewhat with passes. He's really solid with the demos because he does them at great times. So do with that info what you will. That's just my 2 cents. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to the video.
Nice shot.
It's rotating behind. He's getting good plays off the miss that Ben had. See, look, he notices Dez go up and he backs up a bit. That's great rotation on his part. Great positioning. Okay, and that kind of shot is very easy to well, I wouldn't say very easy actually. It's very easy to defend. You probably noticed me doing this. We call that a half flip. And it's a little technique that's a little too advanced for them right now, but once you get used to air rolling, maybe I will go over some more advanced tactics that they can do in Rocket League. But I don't want to overload them with info for the simple fact that at their level, Ben is gold, I believe. Dylan and the rest of them are like silver 2. Mark's probably, Dez and Mark are probably like gold 1, silver 2, silver 3 respectively. I'd probably put Mark in silver 2. He doesn't have his mechanics quite as down, but he plays very well as like a team player. Anyway, let's get back to the stream.
Hit that, hit that.
Oh, damn.
Oh my God, there's in the middle, there's in the middle.
Move! Why are you doing that? What the fucking bullshit?
All right, just a quick note. Ben, this toxic guy was trying to put him in a rule 1, and that's just an unofficial thing that some players do when two players from opposite teams get interlocked with each other and are basically playing like, it's like a game of chicken. Who's gonna back out first? Because both players are now out of the game. And depending on who's out the game, that can be either a good or a bad thing. I, for one, hate rule 1s. I don't like them. I don't do them, right? I'm like, I think it's dumb. I didn't come into a game to be down one member, and I don't care if the other players are down one member either. I came here to play, right? I'm not gonna sit there headlocked in with another person. It's just it's a stupid rule that some players made up. Sorry, rambling.
Oh, fuck.
See, this guy's sitting in goal. That's a great bump by Dylan.
Nice.
That's what you should do in that spot.
Oh, that's going in.
Did Dylan just get a hit off that?
Fuck.
Now, of course, their aims can use work. I've already mentioned how to hit the ball off the axis for better shots toward goal. A lot of players here on RDC would still go for the ball, not realizing that they are beat. And what I mean by beat is that out of the two players that are going towards a ball, or however many are heading towards a ball, there's going to be one that more than likely will make contact first. That person will henceforth beat the other players that don't manage to make contact. He hesitates right here. You see how he breaks in anticipation of the hit. I don't like how he yet again doesn't realize Ben's there for a play. But then again, this is like Silver 2 gameplay here. I don't expect them to be that aware. It's just good to point out the subtle mistakes so that they can work on it later if they ever come across this video. I doubt it, right? But I still like making them, and in the hopes that maybe one day they'll like it. And I love Rocket League, so it is what it is.
That's good, good, good.
Oh, let's go.
But good follow-up by John. John was amazing this entire stream.
Yeah.
Like, watch the way this man comes zooming in from behind them, realizing that the ball is open. Has he played before? Because this man moves like an experienced Rocket League player. Des could have gone for boost there.
Yeah.
Alright, he knows he's beat again, so he waits for them to make a touch on the ball. He uses free cam again to line up his car to get a goal. Look at him juggling the ball. I kid you not. Dylan is so good with free cam. And if he would have got a better angle off that, he would have just beat 3 players and got a goal. 3 at this rank? 3 people? Oh my goodness, man. Like this, he's actually goated. He's actually goated, man. Like put some respect on Dylan.
They playing.
Those are hard to time.
Oh my God, who is that?
In the future, you can
yeah.
just wait a little bit
No, I try to set it up.
before you go for that play.
That's what I'm talking about.
Ah, damn it.
John did something that a lot of people do that puts the team in trouble, and that's leave last man and go for a shot. Even though there's somebody right here, aka Dylan, that is in a better spot than you.
Damn, I fucking got crashed.
Fuck that.
Nice.
Okay, hold on. What did I just witness here?
Come on, leave me.
Oh.
You may have noticed
Oh,
it.
no. Defense, defense.
Oh, shit, nobody leave.
Damn, I fucking got crashed.
Look how long Dylan has B held down. That was a long time to have B held down, right? Basically what he was doing is holding down B, collecting the boost all the way back to his goal. You might be thinking, Glacier, what's wrong with that? Well, in Rocket League, it is good to conserve boost. That situation was very niche, right? And it doesn't really matter if you hold down boost if you're collecting boosts from the enemy, which is always a good thing. But they do it all in other scenarios too. You see, there's a thing in Rocket League called supersonic. Okay, and what supersonic is basically achieving the max speed. Once you reach it, you don't have to hold down B anymore. And you notice you're in supersonic a long time after you let go. And it doesn't take too much. It takes about 20-ish boost to reach supersonic, just from 0 to 100. I'd say like 30-ish boost. But if you want to maintain supersonic, you just gotta stagger your boost a bit, you know? You don't have to use nearly as much, and you can front flip too to maintain supersonic. You know, so conserve your boost, right? Once you reach supersonic, you don't have to keep holding down B, and you can just keep flipping and using boost sparingly to get yourself around the field as fast as possible. And you can wave dash too, which is another form of flipping that's just a lot faster. So yeah, just conserve boost, man.
Free shots over here.
Yeah,
yeah.
we undefeated.
This game, baby.
Oh, bitch, I'm gonna score that.
That game, baby.
Score that motherfucker again.
Good job, boys.
Oh, wait, hold on, what the fuck?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
See, and notice how he used all his boost then to reach goal, even though he reached supersonic. Not good if you're planning on defending, right? So try and conserve it a bit. But yeah, man, Dylan's pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna analyze more than this just because the video would kind of get repetitive. If I had any tips for Dylan, it would be to keep using pre-cam and ball cam the way he's using. He's doing great. I would like for him to drift more. He's not really drifting as much as Mark and Ben do, or Dez for that matter. I would love to see him do that because there was that play off the wall earlier where he tried to hit the ball and he missed because he went around the ball because he couldn't drift into it. I would like to see him start air rolling more to recover, and that's just a simple rebind of air roll to left shoulder button, whatever that is on PlayStation controller, and to rotate behind people when defending. And a lot of these tips can be applied to RDC as a whole, but of course we're talking about Dylan. That's what I noticed when he was playing. And yeah, that's about it, guys. If you liked the video, man, give it a like. You know, I play Rocket League and I stream Rocket League sometimes too, so give me a follow on Twitch at twitch.tv/IamGlacier. You know, check me out. I'm also doing an Elden Ring run, as annoying as Elden Ring is. Who am I? I am a gamer, a musician, a voice actor. Now, I can't really say musician. I just like playing instruments. I don't really write songs though. I want to. One of my goals is to play in a band one day, right? I also have reactions, a couple reactions up to some of my favorite J-rock bands. So maybe you want to watch that too. But yeah, you probably came here for Rocket League. Right now, I think I'm Diamond 2 Division 2 or Division 3. I'm on my way back to Champ after taking a break for so long. So, you know, come watch me. And with that said, I'll catch y'all whenever I see Mark play again, or I get to see Dez, heck, maybe even Ippy one day. I would love to analyze Ippy. Ippy, Leland, and Dez are some of the people I'm anticipating. So, you know, let them know, man. Let them know for me. Tell Lee, tell Ips, tell Dez to hop on main POV, and I'll be right there waiting for him. All right, bye, guys. See y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.